Good morning, class! I hope everyone is doing well today and ready to learn something new in mathematics. Before we start, I want you to think for a moment. What do you usually do when you see integrals involving trigonometric functions like sine, cosine, tangent, or cotangent? Do you feel confident or a little confused? Today, we're going to make those expressions less intimidating. We will learn a structured way to solve them using patterns and identities. So get ready, stay focused, and let's begin our discussion. Have you ever tried integrating expressions like tangent cube x or cotangent raised to 5x and suddenly you are stuck because there is no obvious formula to apply? Here's the key idea. These integrals are not random. They follow a structured method or template. On the screen, trigonometric integrals often use identities to rewrite powers. Our goal here is to create a form where substitution is possible. Like for example, the derivative of tangent x with respect to x is equal to secant squared x, and the derivative of cotangent x with respect to x is equal to negative cosecant squared x. So in case 4, we handle odd powers of tangent and cotangent using identities and substitution. Which do you think identity is correct? Is it letter A, letter B, or letter C? In 5 seconds, type A, B, or C in the comment section. And the correct answer here is letter B. Tangent squared x is equal to secant squared x minus 1. On the screen is case number 4 of trigonometric integral. The integral of tangent raised to n x dx, where n is an odd. So let's analyze the structure of the integral. Since n is odd, we separate one factor of tangent squared x. So ang kalalabasan niyan ay tangent raised to nx is equal to tangent raised to n minus 2x multiplied by tangent squared x. And now, apply the identity rule. We all know that the tangent squared x is equal to secant squared x minus 1. So the integral becomes the integral of tangent raised to n minus 2x multiplied to the quantity of secant squared x minus 1 dx. Then we will proceed to distribute. So it is equal to the integral of tangent raised to n minus 2x secant squared x dx minus the integral of tangent raised to n minus 2x dx. So the first integral is now in a substitution-friendly form because we see secant squared x dx, which is the derivative of tangent x. Let's try this example. The integral of tangent cube x dx. So, paano natin siya sisimulan? Start by rewriting the integral of tangent cube x dx. So, pwede natin siyang isulat ng the integral of tangent x then multiplied by tangent squared x dx. And ngayon, pwede na natin gamitin at i-apply yung identity substitution. So, magiging the integral of tangent x quantity of secant squared x minus 1. So, yung tangent squared x natin dun kanina, yung by using the identity substitution, pinalitan natin siya ng secant squared x minus 1. So, yan. Then, we will distribute carefully. So, the integral of tangent x secant squared x dx, then magmaminus tayo ng the integral of tangent x dx. So, for our first integral, we will use the substitution method and let u become tangent x, then we will differentiate it So, magiging du natin ay secant squared x dx. So, the integral becomes yung integral of tangent x secant squared x dx is equal to the integral of u du. And now, we integrate. The integral of u du is equal to u squared over 2. Then, isa-substitute back natin siya. So, yung u squared over 2 ay magiging 1/2 tangent squared x. Yun yung ating first integral. And for our second integral, we all know that yung integral of tangent x dx is equal to negative ln absolute value of secant x plus c. So this comes from writing tangent x is equal to sine x over cosine x, and using substitution, RU become cosine x. So magiging final answer natin ay the integral of tangent cube x dx is equal to 1/2 tangent squared x minus ln absolute value of secant x plus c, and that would be our final answer. Okay, case number 4 pa din tayo. On the screen is case number 4, the integral of cotangent raised to n x dx, where n is odd. Now, we apply the same strategy, but ang gagamitin naman natin ngayon ay cotangent. So let's start. The cotangent raised to n x is equal to cotangent raised to n minus 2x multiply to cotangent squared x. So by using identity, yung cotangent squared x is equal to cosecant squared x minus 1. So plug in natin siya dun sa ating function. So the integral of cotangent raised to n minus 2x multiply to the quantity of cosecant squared x minus 1 dx. Then, split natin. Ito ay magiging the integral of cotangent raised to n minus 2x cosecant squared x dx minus the integral of cotangent raised to n minus 2x dx. So, the key here is recognizing that the cosecant squared x is linked to the derivative of cotangent x, but with negative sign. Ito yung the derivative of cotangent x with respect to x is equal to negative cosecant squared x. Ngayon, if RU is cotangent x, then ano magiging du natin? Is it A, du is equal to cosecant squared x dx, B, du is equal to negative c as c squared x dx, or itong c, du is equal to secant squared x dx. So type your answer in the comment section. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer here is letter B. Our du, if RU is cotangent x, is negative cosecant squared x dx. Okay, let's try another example. Ngayon, meron naman tayong integral of cotangent cube x dx. So, ang una natin gagawin, gaya ng nauna kanina, we will rewrite it. So, the integral of cotangent cube x dx is equal to the integral of cotangent x times cotangent squared x dx. Then, apply ulit natin yung identity rule. So, magiging integral of cotangent x multiply to cosecant squared x minus 1 dx. Then, pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa distribution. So, the integral of cotangent x cosecant squared x dx, magmaminus tayo ngayon ng integral of cotangent x dx. Let's consider our first integral. So, let u will become cotangent x. So, ano magiging du natin? Our du will be negative cosecant squared x dx. So, the integral of cotangent x cosecant squared x dx will be equal to negative the integral of u du Bakit? Kasi yung negative nilabas natin dun sa may integral. So, ito ay magiging negative u squared over 2. Or our final answer for the first integral is negative 1/2 cotangent squared x. So, sa ating second integral, alam natin na yung integral ng cotangent x dx will be equal to ln absolute and the absolute value of sine x plus c. Pagsamahin na natin yung dalawang answer. So our final answer will be the integral of cotangent cube x dx is equal to negative 1/2 cotangent squared x minus ln absolute value of x plus c. So ayan, to wrap up our lesson for today's discussion. Ano-ano yung mga ginawa natin? Ginawa natin, nag-factor of tayo ng dalawang powers, nag-convert tayo using identity, then na-apply natin yung substitution carefully. So the main idea is pattern recognition. Once you see the structure, you can immediately decide the method. If you can follow this pattern, the trigonometric integrals become much more manageable and systematic. So in the next lesson, we will explore cases where the powers are even or mixed. So thank you class and see you next time.